My colleague, Mr. Masagos Zulkifli, Minister of State, Ministry of Home Affairs, ICPA President, Mr. Tony Cameron, the Assistant Secretary General for the Office of Rule of Law and Security Institutions of the United Nations, Mr. Dmitry Titov, ICPA Executive Director, Mr. Ed Wozniak, Director of Prisons, Mr. So Wai Wah, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you and welcome to Singapore. The International Corrections and Prisons Association Annual Conference is a well-regarded and established forum for the exchange of best practices and ideas among correctional professionals worldwide. And Singapore is honored to be able to host all of you at this event this year. It's my privilege and pleasure to join you today for the opening of the 13th ICPA. The correctional services landscape of today presents a very different picture from a few decades ago. The changing demographics of criminal offenders have taken correctional services beyond the simple function of incarceration. It is now recognized that effective rehabilitation and aftercare is necessary to reduce reoffending, and the task of creating these rehabilitation networks is the challenge now faced by correctional services worldwide. In many countries, there is overcrowding in their prisons, with reoffenders accounting for the most substantial portion of their inmate population. To break the revolving door problem of recidivism and prevent the number from growing, there is a need for an effective aftercare program. However, in many countries, this is hampered by a lack of understanding of the criminogenic needs of offenders. Correctional services also face manpower and resource constraints. It has also not been an easy task for them to coordinate their efforts with those of supporting social and welfare agencies that offer help to offenders upon release. In Singapore, we take a tough stance against crime and set a high standard of security, safety, and law and order for our citizens. As a key partner in the criminal justice system, the Singapore Prison Service, or SBS, protects society through both the safe custody and also through the rehabilitation of offenders. Offenders are imprisoned as a form of punishment for the crimes they have committed. The SPS is committed to keeping the regime disciplined and strict and ensuring the safety and security of the inmates. This provides a conducive environment and also the foundation to aid the rehabilitation of offenders. The public, knowing that the offender has paid his dues in prison, will be more willing to give offenders a second chance in life after they have served their term. The Singapore Prison Service has undergone a transformative journey since its re-envisioning exercise in the year 2000. Going beyond the traditional role of custodians, we challenged our prison officers to be captains of lives of the offenders in their custody. This evolution has redefined the role of the SPS to focus on developing a disciplined and yet rehabilitative regime for offenders. The primary goal today is to provide safe custody as well as provide offenders with the necessary skills and outlook so they can better reintegrate into society after their prison term. The SPS has developed various evidence-based rehabilitation programs that are made available to offenders both inside and outside of prison. Community-based programs such as halfway houses and home detention schemes were introduced to allow suitable offenders to be released into the community in a gradual and graduated manner. These measures have helped to bring down our recidivism rate to 27% for the cohort released in 2008. The SPS will continue to expand its aftercare and rehabilitation efforts beyond the prison gates, working closely with community groups and volunteers to reduce the cycle of reoffending. The strong collaboration between the community and the SPS has aided the reintegration of ex-offenders into society. The Yellow Ribbon Project, launched in 2004, has been successful as a rallying point in garnering support and acceptance from the community towards ex-offenders. Since 2007, there has been a 69% increase in the number of employers who have volunteered to hire ex-offenders. We currently have 2,700 employers who are willing to give ex-offenders second chances. Last year, there were 1,400 successful job matches for inmates being released. As we encourage more employers to offer employment opportunities to ex-offenders, we also want released inmates to play their part and show commitment to staying employed. So from 1st October this year, offenders will be asked to openly commit to a set of work ethics before they are matched to job vacancies from employers who have signed up with the Yellow Ribbon Project. This will affirm the offender's desire to reintegrate into society through employment. The theme for this year's ICPA conference, Unlocking the Second Prison, is apt as ex-offenders face many obstacles upon their release. Singapore Prison Service is not able to do this alone, but needs to mobilize the support of the community to offer opportunities and assist in the reintegration of ex-offenders into society. The next few days will be an excellent occasion for all of us to interact and learn from one another. The ICPA conference is an ideal knowledge-sharing platform as it gathers together the most eminent practitioners and academics in the field of prisons and corrections. So I wish all of you a fruitful and enriching time of sharing ahead. Thank you very much.